The first thing you must understand about Sitting Bull is that he was never supposed to be a warrior. Born in 1831 near the Grand River, the child they called Jumping Badger was small and thoughtful, where other Lakota boys were loud and brash. His father returns again recognized something unusual in his son, a stillness, a way of listening to the wind that others missed. At age 10, when he killed his first buffalo, the boy didn't celebrate with the others. He sat apart, studying the animal's eyes as life left them, whispering prayers only the spirits could hear. This quiet child would become the architect of Custer's downfall, the ghost who haunted 2 presidents, and the only Native American leader to tour Europe as a celebrity while still being hunted by the US government. His story isn't just about resistance, it's about seeing the future in a world determined to erase his people. The vision that changed everything. The summer of 1876 should have been their end. The Lakota and their Cheyenne allies were camped along the Little Bighorn River, thousands strong but surrounded by enemies. Gold had been found in the Black Hills. The United States Army was closing in, and Sitting Bull, now a Hunkpapa Lakota holy man, knew they needed a miracle. He climbed a nearby butte and began the sun dance, the most sacred and painful of Lakota rituals. Leather thongs pierced the flesh of his chest, tethering him to the earth as he danced for days without water. On the 4th day, as blood crusted his vision, he saw it. Soldiers falling from the sky like grasshoppers, their heads downward, their hats tumbling. A voice thundered, "I give you these because they have no ears." When he stumbled back to camp with his prophecy, even skeptical warriors took notice. Among them was a fierce Oglala named Crazy Horse, who studied Sitting Bull's bleeding chest and said simply, "It is a good day to die." This is the history they tried to bury. If you're ready to learn the full truth about how Sitting Bull's vision came true, hit subscribe now. The most shocking part is still coming. June 25, 1876. George Armstrong Custer, golden-haired, reckless, and desperate to revive his fading reputation, divided his 7th Cavalry into 3 battalions. He expected to crush a small village of savages. What he found was the largest gathering of native warriors in history. Sitting Bull didn't fight that day. While Crazy Horse led the counterattack, the holy man remained in camp singing death songs over the children. But his presence was everywhere. Warriors reported seeing his spirit form riding a black stallion through the gun smoke. Soldiers later swore they'd been shot by a phantom Indian with Sitting Bull's face. When the last cavalryman fell, likely Custer himself, someone had placed a single buffalo calf's tooth in his mouth. Sitting Bull's signature calling card. The army would call it a massacre. The Lakota called it Pte San Wanagi, the buffalo's revenge. After Little Bighorn, Sitting Bull became America's most wanted man. For 4 years he eluded thousands of soldiers, once crossing the Canadian border so precisely that pursuing cavalry units accidentally invaded British territory. When finally surrendering in 1881, he gave his rifle to his 6-year-old son Crowfoot to hand to the army, a final insult disguised as submission. What happened next defied all expectations. Instead of executing him, the government turned Sitting Bull into a spectacle. 1884. Touring with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, he earned $50 a week, more than most soldiers, while secretly funneling money to resisting Lakota. 1885. Met President Grover Cleveland, who expected a savage but found a polyglot who spoke French and discussed Tolstoy. 1890. Became the first Native American to send his autograph through the U.S. mail, signing photos with a mocking Sitting Bull, prisoner of war. All the while he was compiling a list, every broken treaty, every stolen acre, every child starved on reservations. The government thought they'd tamed him. They were wrong. December 15, 1890, Indian police came for him before dawn. The orders came from Washington. Fearing his influence over the growing ghost dance movement, they wanted him silenced. What happened next remains contested, but this much is true. His cabin door burst open just as he finished singing his death song. His 14-year-old son, Crowfoot, cried, "Father, they will kill you." Sitting Bull replied, "Then I will go today." The gunshots brought the entire Standing Rock reservation running. They found the holy man face down in the snow, his body riddled with bullets, but his eyes still open, staring at the agency office where the orders had been signed. Sitting Bull's last prophecy, that his people would rise again. Want to witness how that prediction is coming true right now? Smash subscribe, the next chapter drops soon. In 1953, a construction crew unearthed Sitting Bull's supposed grave. The coffin contained a single cavalry boot, a rusted set of manacles, no bones. To this day, the Lakota say you can hear hoofbeats near the Grand River when the wind blows just right, not the pounding of war ponies, the slow, deliberate steps of a man who promised, "I will live again." This isn't just history, it's a warning. If you believe the past holds clues to our future, subscribe and turn on notifications. Who should we resurrect from the archives next? The Apache witch doctor who cursed an army? The Iroquois senator who outmaneuvered Washington? Comment below.